Steam just unleashed a tidal wave of game demos, and most players won't even scratch the surface. With hundreds of upcoming titles vying for attention, it's easy to miss the real gems. But some games didn't just stand out, they grabbed us by the collar and demanded a second look. These are the 5 demos from Steam Next Fest 2025 you absolutely need to try before they vanish. Each one offers something unexpected, from disturbing stories and brutal combat to innovative mechanics that twist familiar genres into something entirely new. If you're a gamer who craves something off the beaten path, this list is built for you. 1. The Necromancer's Tale, when dark magic feels too real. This isn't your typical dungeon-crawling CRPG. The Necromancer's Tale leans heavily into its role-playing roots, not through combat, but through story, choice, and the slow descent into forbidden knowledge. You return to your hometown after your father dies, only to discover a cursed book that changes everything. What starts as a curiosity becomes a commitment. Soon you're raising the dead, performing rituals, manipulating the living. And you're not just choosing spells, you're choosing who you become. What sets this one apart is the creeping dread. The atmosphere is heavy, dialogue is sharp and introspective. You're not playing a hero. You're unraveling a legacy steeped in corruption, family secrets, and death. There's a weight to every decision. Do you embrace your power? Do you resist? Or do you lose yourself completely? It's indie, it's niche, and it won't appeal to everyone. But for those who love rich narratives, branching consequences, and moral gray areas, this is one worth watching. The updated demo is tight and focused, offering just enough to hook you before the full release this July. 2. Morbid Metal. Ubisoft's sleeper hit is shockingly fast and fluid. This one came out of nowhere. Morbid Metal is a slick, stylish hack-and-slash roguelike published by Ubisoft that lets you control a team of cybernetic warriors, each with their own playstyle, and switch between them mid-combat. Think Devil May Cry meets Hades. Fights are fast, controls are tight, and every battle pushes you to move better, faster, smarter. You're constantly being graded on your performance, and that pressure to climb the leaderboard keeps you dialed in. Pull off a perfect dodge, land a combo, execute a brutal finisher, then immediately swap to another character to keep the carnage flowing. Each robot feels distinct. One is a whirlwind of speed, another a tank with devastating area attacks. You start to think strategically. Who do you open with? Who cleans up the mess? As you progress, you unlock new powers that change how you approach every encounter. It's still early, and the demo isn't perfect. Some camera angles need work, menus are clunky, but the core gameplay loop? Addictive. And for a genre flooded with imitators, Morbid Metal already feels like it knows exactly what it wants to be. 3. All Will Fall, a city builder where water will kill you. Take your usual city builder. Now flood the entire map. In All Will Fall, you're scavenging from the ruins of a drowned world. Resources are scarce, the tide is unpredictable, and everything you build depends on physics. Build too high, and it collapses. Build too low, and it floods. Your tiny floating society survives not just on planning, but on adaptation. It's chaotic, it's brilliant, and it constantly forces you to improvise. Forget perfection. You're not building a utopia. You're scraping together survival one unstable platform at a time. The visuals are minimalist, but haunting. Jagged rooftops pierce the ocean. Survivors cling to rusted metal and rotten wood. Every structure you build feels temporary, fragile. That tension is the heart of the game. This game's been in open beta for a while, but the new demo shows just how far it's evolved. Balancing weight, height, and weather creates constant pressure. And if you're into engineering challenges with survival stakes, All Will Fall might just steal your sleep. 4. Nightmare Frontier, the brutal mashup you didn't expect. Hard West 2 meets Rogue Waters in this tactical, roguelike hybrid from Ice Code Games. Nightmare Frontier throws you into turn-based skirmishes against surreal monsters known as Dreadweavers, and how you fight is just as important as why. You won't get far without understanding the systems. This isn't a plug-and-play tactics game. It's punishing and deliberate. Every movement matters. Every attack has a consequence. Friendly fire is a real threat. Positioning isn't just important, it's life or death. And then there's the roguelike layer. Death isn't the end. You start again, with new units, new gear, and new horrors waiting around the corner. The Dreadweavers evolve, adapt, and mutate. Each run feels like a gamble, a test of how long you can last before something tears your squad to pieces. The game has a grim aesthetic. Foggy forests, twisted ruins, and grotesque enemies that move like broken puppets. The soundtrack hums with tension. It doesn't want to entertain you, it wants to unnerve you. For fans of hardcore tactical gameplay, this might be your next obsession. If you can stomach the difficulty, the payoff is immense. 5. Hell is Us. War, isolation, and monsters beyond reality. Imagine being dropped into a quarantine country, sealed off from the outside world, mid-civil war. Now add extra-dimensional entities that only you can fight, using strange, ancient weapons forged for one purpose: survival. That's Hell is Us. Despite the chatter, it's not exactly a Souls-like. It's faster, more narrative-driven, and focuses on bizarre world-building rather than brutal punishment. Still, there's a layer of jank here. Animations that don't quite land, and AI that sometimes forgets it has a job to do. But the world? It's dripping with atmosphere. The ruins feel haunted, the factions feel dangerous, and the monsters feel wrong. There's something about this game that feels off in the best way. The story unfolds in fragments. Environmental clues hint at a much bigger mystery. You're never told everything. You have to dig for it. And the further you go, the weirder it gets. It's a game that dares to be different, to be unsettling. And in an industry that plays it safe far too often, that's a risk worth celebrating. It's coming this September, and the demo alone will leave you asking questions long after it ends.